Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more Dark Souls 3. Well,
Just wasn't neat.
last time we managed to clear out two of the roughest fights in the game, those being the Nameless King and the Storm King fight, alongside Sister Freyde and Father Ariandel. And we got another Titanite slab, so we might as well.
Pretty, I don't.
So that puts Gundir's halberd, a halberd that will never run out of durability, at a grand total of 453 power. And we need to be just slightly less heavy. So, alright. Yeah, that's pretty good. So let's try out Gundir's halberd for a bit, as we continue to explore what the snowy fields of the painted world of Ariandel led us to, the Dreadkeep. A place we don't know up to this point, and anyone who spoils anything for anyone I will ban. We don't know where it is. We just know that this is a place connected to the painted world of Ariandel. And, well, we need to get through it. But we've seen some unique creatures here, special specifically. Wow. Nice. And we can just drop down. I will admit, typically speaking, I find that from a personal standpoint, when it comes to Gundir's halberd, I'm gonna be honest, I prefer two-handing it. Because the swing ends up being a little not as good. I don't find the swings that great on the one-handed. And with the angel gone from here, this doesn't become as big a problem. Though, just remember, Merkmen will try to murk you and ambush you no matter where you are. I always find this a bit of a unique trick that they do. Come on. Ow. Yeah, that thrust is exactly as long as it needs to be. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. And... nice. Yeah. That thrust on the charge on Gundir's is how you break knights. It's one of the reasons I was like, alright, I'll stop holding back. I'll actually use Gundir's halberd two-handed. Because remember, it's got B scaling on strength. You're not getting much out of the... You're not going to be getting much out of the dexterity on it, but the strength can be quite devastating. And our buddy's gone. Lap, the knight we met here. But, and I'm pretty sure you can't enchant it. I sold all the stuff anyway, but I'm pretty sure you can't enchant it or do anything. I think its damage is pretty much just what you see. And yeah, as ever, they're going to be more than willing to chuck. So long as you're at range, they'll be willing to hex you. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And these guys, as you can see here, he just dropped out of the sky, reminiscent of what you had to deal with when dealing with the dancer. That's how the dancer arrived. Meaning that likely she was sealed in a similar technique. Hey, Holy Corn. Alright, there's everyone coming after me. Yeah. There we go. So chop, chop, chop. Okay. Yeah, what's up? Okay. Because the knight is what made this so difficult. The fourth floor, hang on. Can't see it on the chat on screen for, give me a sec. I just want to get rid of this knight. And the timing on Gundir's sweep is a little rough. Yeah. Alright. There it is. Okay. Okay. Have you done the fourth Lord of Cinder? Oh, I know. It's just getting used to the timing. I haven't used Gundir's halberd in a bit. Because you have to do it earlier in the combo rather than later. It's not like some of these successive blades where you do the attack, you have to wait till like towards the end and add the additional sweep input. Anyway. The fourth Lord of Cinder... Yeah, I haven't done Prince Lothric, if that's... I've done every other Lord except Prince Lothric at this point. And I'm... A bit of a spoiler, I'm holding back on that for a particular reason. Because I want to show this off. Alright. Okay, so first, clear this out. At this moment, sorry man, I want to get through the Dreg Heap a little more. Oh, I'm out of... Oh, that's the Ashen Estus, that's what. I'm like, I shouldn't be out there. Ow. There we go. Yeah, maybe later. Right now, I want to get a little further in the Dreg Heap. There we go. There we go. Alright. Projected heal. A miracle I'm not going to make use of, but for a lot of people, this is actually... I can actually do a good... is actually fairly useful. Toss a light that heals those nearby, near the impact point. A miracle discovered in the last days of Lothric. Toss a light that heals those near the point of impact. Even those who had forgotten the caress and bounty of the Princess of Sunlight did their best to recall her image. The stories spun around her were most certainly childish, and yet gravely sincere. Well, after all, it's clear that in these most desolate times and places, people needed something to hang on to. There's a lot of things in this area. So, there's a lot of things to love in this area, but it's just a matter of time. Anyway. Alright. Now, of course, that item there is a bit of a trap, but you don't really have much of a choice. Now, between the two, obviously, yeah. 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 Yeah, between these two, obviously it's the greatsword you want to get rid of first. There we go. Nope. Okay. Ow. Okay. Got there. Yeah. Okay. Yep. And without the MP now I have to fight this guy legit. Yep. Yeah. Okay, now I get a good chance to get some damage on him. Alright. Heal up. Got him. Whew. Alright. Titanite chunks, yep. And this feels like a trap, but sure. The Lothric War Banner. And take the plunge, you won't die. Yeah. For those curious. The flagpole once carried the Lothric crest, guided the night and guided knights long ago. The tip of the pole is fitted with a sharply pointed decoration, letting it serve as a spear. Its skill waved the flagpole high in the air like the days of yore, summoning an ethereal war banner that invigorates the attack of those who gather under it. A fantastic support weapon, especially if you're going to go with dealing with a lot of online play. And, well, Gale hasn't steered us wrong this far. We won't die, huh? Well, let's see. He wasn't lying to you. And more importantly, you see what it brought us to. A bonfire. Putting all that big work to good use. We've reached further in the Dreg Heap.
Oh, I know who you are.
Yeah,
Great to see you still in one piece.
Same to you, lad.
I can see why they call this the Dreg Heap at the world's end. Mangled remnants from every age and every land. It actually sort of lends credence to the old rumors that the ringed city rests below it all. Don't mind me. You needn't worry yourself with this nonsense. I just wanted to tell someone. And I'm sick of old Humpty. I should stay quiet. Wait. I'll make it up to you. By letting you in on a secret of sorts. Past here, you'll find the remains of a giant earthen tower, half submerged in a poisonous swamp. Not a very nice place to visit. Only, there's precious treasure in the thick of the swamp. I didn't have any use for it, you see. So, sorry, I left the whole package behind. If I get the chance, I could go fetch it for you. But if that's too... I know who you are. A righteous warrior. Yes? With a solemn duty to boot. Well, grab that treasure. That's as good a duty as any.
An awfully mercenary attitude of you, Lap.
Past here? Not if I'm well grab...
Well, Still, a good treasure's good to know, but let's take a little moment and look around and find that we're kind of at something very familiar, wouldn't you say? This place should look extraordinarily familiar. The windmill. It should stir up old memories. I remember the first time I got here and I just my jaw hit the floor, realizing what I was standing on. Earthen Peak. Or so it would look like, at least due to the windmill, but the wall's all wrong. Earthen Peak had a different architecture style. It wasn't the constant style of brick. And every time you think you recognize a place, something just comes off a little wrong. Each and every time. It seems so familiar, and yet nothing like the places we've been at all. Time and time again, we keep being mistaken. And it's not like this is the only windmill. I can see another one over there, hidden among these branches of this great hollow tree. And note, though this isn't Elden Ring, there are a few places where you can just walk up. So, don't hesitate to. But yeah. But as you can see, this is a one-way path. You can only really drop down. But there is at least something relevant to Earthen Peak, in that, like Lap said, there's a poisonous swamp ahead. That could prove a problem. Something just died. What's that? Oh no. Yeah, you didn't think this was going to get any easier, did you? By the way, yes, the angel does adjust its angle to try and hit you. Oh yeah. This thing wants you dead. And it is hitting with magic damage. So, be aware. Also note, you have been shown how to defeat these things now. There's a main body hidden somewhere around here. And you just need to find it. And I mean this sincerely, I legitimately have forgotten where exactly it is. But I know it's usually never too far. Rather, I don't think it can get too far. But like I said, it is technically magic damage, and you'll note it's the same kind of magic damage Prince Lothric uses. Where it's magic damage, but it has almost holy glint to it. Alright. Oh, and it's clear it's not attacking just us. It went after any other hollow. Thus you learn of its hypocrisy. It only targets the undead. Be they unkindled ash or zombie undead, it doesn't matter to it. It's all about seeking out and purifying the world. It's an angel seeking those who are impure. Even though, as you can tell from its wings, it itself is one of the most unimpure. No, and don't forget, it did. I was gonna say, remember, it did chase some of these guys out of there, out of the area. So, yep. Ow. And yeah, that item is a trap to get you shot. But I'm looking for its body. Because I believe that's just a projection. Okay. I must be close to the body. It wouldn't shoot that much otherwise. And as you might yeah. I was gonna say, as you might expect, that is a trap. And there's the poisonous swamp we were told about. But its body must be down here somewhere. It wouldn't shoot this much if it wasn't. Nope. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, no, we must be close. Heal up. Double chug. Just to give you an idea of how consistent his damn damage is. Alright. Yeah, I think I saw a cave, though. Down here. Yep. But... okay. Yeah, there's definitely a cave here. And an item out on a ledge. Giant door shield. Not what I was looking for, but... hey, might as well take a look while we have a second. 45 strength required. Still 100% physical resist. Unusually shaped paired great shields resembling great doors. Heirlooms of the knights who was known to protector of the meek, yet who failed to protect anyone. Shield bash or strong attack to heave that holds the shield to block nearly all damage. Yeah, so if you've got the strength to wield it, I would say, yeah, it's great for supporting, and you'll note a lot of the stuff you're going to find here is great for multiplayer. That's because this is towards the end of the game, and once you're past the multiplayer, after all, I'm probably dead, but I'm gonna try. Okay. But yeah. The thing to note is, of course, once you're working on multiplayer, this is a lot of support stuff. Alright. Oh, you didn't think you were done, did you, folks? Oh, yeah. Oh, there it is. I forgot about that second attack. I forgot about that. That's my bad. That, ladies and gentlemen, is also another sign of the great hypocrisy of these angels. They hunt the undead and pursue... yeah. Yep. Now, what you'll want to do is get over here. And yeah. Luckily, it won't be hard to get back to... There we go. Get our souls back. And note, this area is a really good payout. Alright. And yeah, a good chunk of this area... Oh! Get out of the light. If you stand in it, it will curse you and you get killed. Yeah. Anywhere it can't shoot you, it'll use that ability. Purple moss clumps, because this is a poisonous swamp. Alright. And yes, that's just curse buildup. Again, the hypocrisy of these angels. They hold themselves as a holy thing. Or at least they mimic something they consider holy. And use it to harm you. Now your best bet is to let them... Because once it's in the light animation, it'll keep going for a while. So the question becomes, where's its main body? Not over there, not over there. Don't see it there. Yep. So your best bet is to trick it into using that attack. Now, thankfully, you can find places to get protected. Though note, something that's kind of unfucking fair. It goes after us, does not target this prick. I will always hate that. Like, I'm the bigger threat here versus that big bastard. Yeah, I'm the threat here. Prick. Anyway. And yeah, there's more of these big bastards around. Alright. Ow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, these guys are fast, mobile, and devastating damage-wise. Yeah. Alright. Nope. Get the hell away from the combo. Go ahead. Lip. And if you're wondering why I'm not bothering to cure my poison, it's purely because at the end of the day, if I cure my poison now, I have to worry about building it back up. So losing the chip damage from poison versus the mobility I gain from not having to care about being in the swamp is personally worth it. Because there are people who panic, ow, pretty quickly about being in the swamp all the time, and it's like, no. Let yourself be poisoned. Take the little chip damage and just let yourself avoid the damage he's going to do. Nope. And there. And yes, I keep screwing it up. Alright. There we go. There we go. Alright. While we have the poison up. Ah, there it is. Their great sword. Oh boy. There it is. Giant, gold-decorated, curved sword wielded by the warriors of the Herald Legion, who sought the Dark Soul. The sword sank into the dark with the Legion, where their blades were severely corroded. Yep. Sever, hold the giant blade with both hands and slash repeatedly at the foe's feet. For those curious, and it is a great sword, and it does get some decent scaling with both strength and dexterity, but we got an armor set to match this a long time ago. Held beneath the leather boots and drab cloth using a knot of rope and bandage, they are dampened and indelibly stained with the misery of flight. Gauntlets by an order of fallen knights who disbanded and fled but met untimely deaths. It is just possible to make out the majestic gold engravings on its surface. This is a knight of Herald who sought the dark soul. They wielded great blades, seeking the soul of the dark, seeking the origins of the abyss. And we'll find out how close they may have gotten. But we can see now that that is what each of these big guys are. They're knights who were taken over and corroded. After all, if we spent too much time in the dark, look at that branch coming out from our heart, where our heart would be. Is it any surprise that it would potentially grow to become similar to that abyss they endured? So, just something to note. That there's a reason why these creatures are the way they are. There's a reason. And that's one of the things that always enchanted me about this game, is just that fact. Homeward Bones. And as you can see, we've made it through the back here. Telling us, well, this is the end of this. But that isn't where we needed to be. However, this is the end of this part of the area, but it's not the complete end of the area. There are hidden alcoves, but with that angel, there's not much we can do to get proper exploration going. But it's distracted. So maybe we might be able to... Oh, come on. We might be able... Oh, there's the curse buildup. Okay. It can shoot at us, but it doesn't look like it can hit us here, so we'll just quickly heal. And it looks like we could see that these branches intertwine. It looks like there's a path up here. Again... And up here? Oh. Ah! Now there it takes us back. These wretched slave hoods. Huh. Looks like you could almost climb this one. And look what we find. Now, this is a chance to take a look at one of these a bit closer. Let's start with the head. It's clearly one of the pilgrims. There are strands of those strands that grow out of it are completely built, are out and stretched out, almost like antenna. Then the back of it seems to be almost, it looks similar to Rosaria, as if the maggoting extension around the lower and mid-torso, leaving to a sludgy bottom part that's just kind of a corrosion of a mass of messy flesh. So perhaps Rosaria, the Maiden of Rebirth, was simply an imperfect version of these creatures. And with that, at the very least, this area is now safer to explore. I mean, it still has that big knight, the broken Hadal Knight, and other threats along with the poison. But at the very least, it's no longer as bad as it could be. So, but yeah, these knights sought the Dark Soul. Now we know who they are and what they are. And unfortunately for them, it was no simple task, as they expected, but it was beyond even their possible abilities to find. After all, they were sent out to look for the soul, and so who could have they been checking it for? A loincloth. Hi Nephilim, and thank you. This area can suck, but there are ways to make it more manageable, as well as being able to learn about interesting things about this area. So, in this case, now the Hadal Knights, what's more interesting about them is, as we can see, they're half turned into these like tree-like monsters, implying they likely had some giant blood to them. Because remember, in Dark Souls 2, the giants became trees. And the physical size of these guys would likely explain having some kind of giant's blood to them. And down they go. the most interesting question becomes that abyss head, or that head that looks to be made of humanity from Dark Souls 1. How did they gain that becomes the more interesting question. So, with the angel gone though, we can explore this area. And let's see. Nah, we're good. I thought about putting the poison ring on, but I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter that much. We're gonna end up poisoned. So, best to embrace it and just enjoy the chip damage and just keep exploring. I mean, we've seen these bugs all over the place. And naturally, a large portion of this area is made to call out to Dark Souls 2's poisonous area. But things are not quite the same. For everything that you want to equate to it, it doesn't quite line up as you remember it. Hey, Yep. Like I don't just hear him, I hear... How to say, I don't hear just him. Yep. Yep. And down. Like, I very much doubt the Hadal Knights aren't from the profane capital. Their physical size, the fact that they have so much of the giant effect that Yorm the Giant himself had. I wouldn't surprise that these guys all were issued out from the profane capital, probably during Yorm's lifetime, before he linked the fire. Ow. Oop. Okay, missed it. Misjudged the, okay, I'm getting thrown off. There it is. Yep. There we go. But yeah. I'm fairly certain there's another one. Like, I'm pretty sure it goes from around the corner there. Huh. But yeah. Let's see. Okay. I guess not. I thought there was two of them back here. Oh well. Well, we can at the very least keep exploring. Also note, they give you a homeward bone in this area, partially because once you drop down here, there's no easy way to get back to the bonfire. Desert Pyromancer gloves. If I remember... There they are. Gloves of the Desert Pyromancers who once walked the halls of the Earthen Peak. It is said that the thinly burgundy cloth breathes with magic. Desert Pyromancers, most of them female, were known for their great fans of flame and enchanting looks. But what is enchanting can also be deadly, especially when clothed in such alluring garb. Indeed. I didn't comment on it much when we were playing Dark Souls 2, but yeah. The Desert Pyromancers. Alright. And there's their skirt. And you're going to have to put some work in to get the top, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe this just about qualifies as us clearing out the area. Because there's an item up here. The Ring of Favor +3. There's one of the real nice items that you pretty much put on and forget it exists. Titanite chunk. And that's about it. So yeah, we've cleared out the swamp. Nice. And remember, the angel dying is permanent. Everyone else is going to come back. So, with our souls in hand, let's use one of those homeward bones back to the shrine. Alright. And I'd wear the Desert Pyromancer skirt, but I don't think I have the hips to pull it off, so sadly you'll have to make your own character for that. Or at least that's the excuse I'm going with. I just don't have the hips to pull it off. Anyway.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then take.
Alright. So let's get that 25th level of luck. And now we'll start pushing strength and dexterity again.
Farewell, Ashen, may the
Probably more strength than anything. But the Ring of Favor increases your HP, stamina, and maximum equip load. It's not a huge increase for the +3, but every little bit helps. So, yeah. Again, it's just one of those items you put on and you forget it exists. Alright. And with that, we might actually be able to wield the Black Knights. Yep, with the halberd now. So that's excellent. And let's see. Nah, not enough souls to really do much with that. Okay. Just trying to think of anything else we may want to upgrade. Well, we got a lot of chunks.
That is quite neat.
Let's see. What weapons would actually... Yeah, we got enough chunks. I could go for the Blessed Drang Hammers. Split Leaf Greatsword. Be interesting. Yeah, still missing on the scales. Oh yeah, the Herald Curved Greatsword. Not bad. Let's see. Oh, the Follower Javelin. Might as well. There. So those are all level 9. And then why not? The Dragon Slayer Spear. Oh, why not? Oh, why not? Not the not Guan Yu great sword.
Pretty, I go.
Pretty much Split Leaf, for as heavy as it is basically supposed to be Guan Yu's halberd. For those who are not familiar with who Guan Yu is, he was a hero of Chinese myth, also known as a god of war. And this is a bit of a throwback to him, in that his weapon is supposed to be solid metal the entire length, and was able to be wielded by him. And they say he had the strength of, was it 10,000 men? It's one of those things of, he was an excellent general and an intelligent being. And it was just one of those things of, they felt they wanted to pay tribute to, various other heroes throughout human history. Let's see. Alright, anyway. With things as they are, let's keep delving deeper into the Dreg Heap. Earthen Peak Ruins. Yeah, we're still good on time. And let's see what if our buddy Lap is still here. Oh, he is.
Past here? No, very nice. If I get that, I know. Well, grab that.
Huh. Okay. Well, on we go. Well, we still haven't found where this angel's coming from. So, ow. Yep. Yeah, it's not really worth it though. So, on the upside, now that this angel's gone, we can now take our time in this area, but we managed to clear everything out the first time through pretty much. So, we're able to just move on. And yeah, there's the knight, but he's about the only thing, so... And I don't think he can follow me up here, so... I think we're good. Alright. And we already explored down there, which is basically your punishment if you fall off the trees. Now... that greatsword there is dark enchanted, notice. And now you see why. Hey, it's an OnlyFans with their tier 9 subs. Yeah. Sure enough. Okay. Nope. Ow. Yep. And roll. Heal up. Okay. Desert Pyromancer Zoe. Yep. Ow. Yep. Yep. That fan of hers is devastating. But she has no shield. She is a pyromancer though, so be aware, her damage output is ridiculous. And you can knock her pretty far. But because she's named, she is a one-shot fight. So be aware. Yep. And down she goes. But make no mistake, she'll be coming back. But as things stand, I could continue exploring because I don't think her AI is programmed to get the whole way back up here. So I think I'll take advantage of that fact. Prism stone. It's pretty and useful in certain circumstances, but not so much others. But up here, shades of things we've seen. The Desert Pyromancer hood. We're only missing, and I love that they drag this out by giving you every piece but the one piece that everyone jumps on, which is naturally the top. Okay. And here's your biggest problem. Yep. This angel is not going to stop firing. And there is no easy way. However, what that should also tell you is that there are other ways around. So, anytime in any of these games where there is a point where you cannot bypass it by directly running at things, you need to look around you. I'm telling you this because this is going to save yourself headache with some of the games. For example, Bloodborne and Demon Souls are the first two that come to mind where the game's telling you, some people get stupid about it, and it's like, no, the game's telling you not to go this way. Look around. See if you can find an alternate path. See if you can find somewhere else to get to. For example, here, lets you get closer and drop down. Then you can get here and keep looking. And if you keep looking, you can find places of significance. Places you couldn't reach from where you were before. For example, down here. Oop. Heal up. Roots. Reaching to a place you couldn't get to before. And you can hear the swamp up there. And guess what's hiding all the way down here? The game is always teaching you. Be willing to learn. And with each lesson, you grow a little stronger. Not the character, you, as a player, will learn to understand and study your surroundings. Because there is no weapon sharper than a well-honed mind. And this branch just gives you perspective and lets you see just how far it all reaches out and down. After all, there's a great hollow tree reaching down into the abyss below. And yeah, with the angels gone, these areas become far more tenable to explore. Though it's interesting that of all the games, it was only the kingdom of Lothric that worshipped angels. Take the plunge, you won't die. They're not wrong. We've seen time and again how the ash can protect us. Well, I suppose it. Can't hurt to trust him once more. And another bonfire lit. Hi, Twilight Mage. And thank you, but it's nothing really that special. Basic vigor and endurance, backed up by decent strength, with a bit of luck. Effectively, a generalist build, capable of wielding a variety of weapons, allowing us to adjust as we need. And here, I'll spoil this. This is a boss fight coming up. There it is. And who's awaiting us but Slave Knight Gale himself? The one who has paved the path for us. And the one who's guided us this far. Because the truth of the matter is, Gale guided us an amnesiac lap. The two friends we've made here in the Dreg Heap. Both of whom are potent warriors all on their own. Note their equipment: Slave Knight Gale's Executioner Sword, and Amnesiac Lap's using the Cursed Great Shield and a Split Leaf Halberd. Both of these are experienced and capable warriors, all in their own right. And we ourselves are no slouch. So what, pray tell, would Gale need this for? The demon in pain and the demon from below. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the two demon princes. Say hello to the reason Slave Knight Gale needed you and directed you here. This is a fight he could not win on his own. There was no way for him to do so. Because these two aren't just any demons. These are demons whom the curse has taken root in. That's why it's the demon in pain. They're undead. The pain that Prince Lothric's sword inflicted on him. Is constant. Alright. That poison breath, I believe, is actually toxic specifically. So stay out of it if you can. Honestly, more than anything, just try to endure. Lap and Gale are fairly competent at this fight. So honestly, more than anything, you're looking to time it out. Eventually they'll win if you can keep the demon off, one of the demons off him. And the demon from below. Oh. Nice. Hey, managed to crit him. Oh. Nope, that's the burst. Get the hell away from him. Oh, I thought that was the big burst that... Am I thinking of phase 2? Yep. Ow. Alright. And then once both demons are down, back off. Because once one dies, phase 2 begins. The true Dreamin' Prince is reborn. Much the same as one would deal with the Undead Legion, where their power coalesces into a single form after they're both defeated. The Demon Prince split his power into the pain and the deep, the fire and dark. Yep. Again, nope. Gale and Lap's HP status. Don't worry about them. Don't try to defend them. Just endure. This is not a fight you're going to win quickly. Just take advantage when it's set when you get the chance. Yep. Stay out of his attack. Stay out of his attacks when possible. You've got this. If you've made it this far, you've faced harder than this fight. Especially if you made it the way I did, where you went through Father Ariandel and Sister Frida. You faced harder. Yep. And the reason I use the Black Knight shield is because it has probably some of the best fire resist I'm going to get on a medium shield. There we go. Ah, crap, lost the lock-on. Give me a sec. Okay. Alright. And now he's going to start building up this attack. Yeah, to rain down fireballs. But again, because there's 3 of us. And down comes the big meteor attack, just to show this off. Down it comes. And remember, that's basically a better version of what the old Demon King was capable of. So you can imagine that the old Demon King at the height of his power would have actually been able to do this would have been able to do even more. I mean, this is the prince, the young upstart who would eventually supposed to have succeeded the old Demon King. Ow. Yeah. This is what he would have if he hadn't been killed by Prince Lothric. Got him. He would have succeeded the throne of demons. And mayhaps he would have survived them. They would have survived them. Hard to tell. Otherwise, they were simply trapped at the end of behind the smoldering lake. Oh. Down comes the fire. Again, the spectacle of... Oh, there goes Lap. The spectacle of this fight, if nothing else, is amazing. But, again, at this point, you've faced harder. And with this, by the way, it's hard to tell. But this place should look somewhat familiar. Down at the base of the hollow. A basin. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, the remnants of the Firelink Shrine from our original run-through from Dark Souls 1. This is the original Firelink Shrine, or at least the one we knew. Here's to memories of pain, suffering, and victory. Hear, hear. Speaking of, the demons, birthed from a common chaos, share almost everything between them, even the pride of their prince and his near-faded flame, so that the last demon standing may rekindle it. They were the last hope, but the old king lost track of them, and, unfortunately, was never able to reclaim them. And thus they were pulled into the drag heap. The small envoy banner. Hold before the ringed cliff for delivery. The small banner used by envoys of great Lord Gwyn in the days of yore. face the ringed cliff and hold the banner high to summon facilitators of transport. For the pygmies who took the dark soul, the great lord gifted the ringed city, an isolated place at world's end, and his beloved youngest daughter, promising her that he would come for her when the day came. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the depths of the dreg heap, and the simple truth that what lay beyond is where we'll find the heart of many mysteries.
Welcome home, I shall speak that. Very well, then take.
All right.
Farewell, may the flame.
Let's see what we can make from the soul of the demon prince.
Aha, that's all.
Seething chaos, a pyromancy. Hurl a chaos clump that seethes and explodes. The last flame lit by the demon prince, this pyromancy hurls a clump of chaos. Upon impact, this clump of chaos seethes wildly, condenses briefly, then explodes violently. To the demons, these clumps are shreds of life. Or the demon's scar. This chaotic thing, the last flame kindled by the demon prince, is shaped like the claw marks of a demon. It is both a fiery bladed weapon and a pyromancy flame. Spin to stoke the fierce chaos flame and use momentum to transition into a spinning strong attack, creating a short-lived lava pool. You'll note it gets nothing from strength and mostly pulls its power from your fire bonus, and it only does fire damage. It's a fairly weak spell buff, but it gets a little stronger with each level. So for pyromancers, this is an ideal weapon. And you're torn between the spell or the weapon. I leave that up to your tastes, but
Now,
well, it's a bit of a tasteless comment, I suppose. But as if I remember, we devoured the old Demon King's soul, so it wouldn't do to separate them from their father. It's a little tasteless, I know. But at least they're together in this way. I'm sure
Welcome. Very then take.
I'm sure no one will object to that too much. Oh,
Farewell, Ashen One. May
misread the number.
well, very then take.
Alright.
Farewell, Ashen. May the flame.
So, with reaching the heart of the dreg, let's see what it leads to. Let's begin. And down. If you ever had any doubts that this was where we were in, this should remove it completely. This place, which speaks volumes about what mysteries can lay below. After all, Frampt, the King-Seeker Serpent, was here long ago, and burrowed here up. and would bring us to the kiln of the first flame. And down we go. Down the tunnel that he very likely carved. And here we find ourselves. On a cliff overlooking, display the small envoy banner, which holds the shape of the ring we used at the end of Sen's fortress. And there they come. Never the most comfortable method of transport. These demons keep to their duty all the same. And they bring us far away into the clouds and mist. To a grand land of gold. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the heart of the world. A sun so brilliant and gold still burns bright over this place. We've reached the Ringed City, a place of story and myth, a place so easily forgotten, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The only thing I will ever say about this DLC is I wish we got to explore more of the city. Oh, someone's here.
Hark! They brought thee here, did they not? Dost thou the gods serve, or merely that role affect?
I serve the gods.
A lie. A wretched lie. How wouldst one such as thee do service to the gods? Thy scheme is known to me. I know what it is thou desirest. The dark soul. No? Why else wouldst one deign to visit this dung heap? Give rest to thy falsity. I would be an ally to thee.
Oh?
If it is the dark soul thou desirest, then seek Filianor's church at the base of the cliff. There wilt thou the sleeping princess waken. Her slumber is a deceit, a lid covering an overgrown privy, a prop to keep thee from the dark soul of thine desire. Worry not, I am a true friend to thee. If thou art yet human, the urge will soon begin to swell, to curse the gods and bring ruin upon this accursed heap of dung. Now, yearly to if thou yet the...
That's an interesting person who seems to believe that by our very nature we can't do service unto the gods, and we must be here for the dark soul. Well, we have messages warning us, but let's show off why they're warning us. Yeah. Yep. And you might have noticed who was summoning them is all the way at the back there. And he's really big. Alright. So luckily, it takes him some time to summon. So, what you can do is hide behind places like this. And these phantom archers. Who, if you'll notice, all have a helmet similar to our good friend Lap. Alright. By the way, yes, they will summon them on all sides of you. But now, so you're looking for only a spot to hide. Alright. But as you can see, he's keeping up a relatively constant amount of firepower. You're not running through to him. So there's gotta be another trick. Well, in the meantime, best to get rid of these skeletons. Though note, the way he keeps it up is he doesn't spread his archers as far, so you're able to, at very least, know exactly where they're coming from. But as ever, knowing where they're coming from, and I did it again. I swear I clicked in to try and run. I forgot I gotta run to jump. That's on me. Alright. But yeah. Basically, our guy there has a set number of archers. So basically you're just looking to take advantage of the spacing between the volleys. Alright. Alright. I do love that the skeletons fall apart with our full attack. And yeah, like you saw, the solution is you have to drop down there. There's a side path, of course. But I want to get rid of this skeleton, just because he will follow you. And sometimes some enemies just get lucky. Alright. Okay. So you do that, you fall down here. Note, they're still going to shoot at you. Crestfallen Knight. And there we go. Some more scales, always happy to see them. Alright. And this is how you get around to the big guy. Just bear in mind, you are right next to him, so he's obviously not gonna not summon his guys. Alright. Alright. He's big. Yep. 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 And that's typically what happens if you screw around too much. But this also sets the tone for how relentless this area can get on you. Because make no mistake, folks, this area is not looking to be your friend. This is the endgame area. This is where secrets will start to unravel and mysteries get answered. If you know where to look, or if you pay enough attention. The Ringed City, the city of the pygmy. Alright. Yeah. This is a place, and I believe that's supposed to be Filianor's church there. Alright. Alright. Down. And down. Okay. Now we're good. But yeah. Bear in mind that guy is also not a one-shot. He will respawn when you rest at a bonfire. So the entrance is never any easier to this place. Just be aware of that fact. Also note, you might have noticed a skeleton on the left there that... Ow, ow, ow. Yeah. He's not gonna... Oh. Nope. Yep. Stay away, stay away, keep rolling, keep rolling. Ow, fuck. It's a last shot, too. I got cocky, I miscounted how many shots there were. Yeah, this guy is rough. Just trying to think of any other weapon that might be a little more useful against him. Alright. And we'll just go with the Wolf Knight usual. Alright, give me half a sec, folks. I gotta use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Okay. Because it's what? It's only 10:10. Okay, we still got some time. Alright. Alright. So at least we know what we're supposed to do. That makes this a lot easier. Now, what you can do also is just run rather than... is just come straight down here. As I say, I think the skeleton does follow you down. You don't have to worry about him, because I don't believe he can climb the ladder. But it is just one of those, yeah, you could. Alright. Okay. So the easiest thing to do, just run past the archers. He'll then summon the knight. Okay. Then stay away from the archers there, because they will, same as before. Okay, so it's like 5 shots. Get away. Yeah. There we go. And he drops a divine blessing. They play holy water blessed by the Queen of Lothric. Fully restores HP and cure. The Queen of Lothric, married to the former king of Saros, was initially revered as a goddess of fertility and bounty. After giving birth to Ocelot, her youngest, she quietly disappeared. We know she faded into the untended graves, because that's where she's the source of the heroes, because she pushed the princes to link the fire. Okay, might as well piece this together. Now, the queen was pushing the Prince Lothric to link the fire, as was his duty, as was expected of him. However, due to the influence of Sulivan, who was a native of the painted world of Ariandel, he saw that linking the fire, he was a member of the world of the Kingdom of Londor, seeking to be the Lord of Londor. Figured he could use to control both that and the profane blade to basically be Lord of everything. Alright, and I believe that's about it. So Sulivan was just power hungry. He was also first among the scholars, who were the ones who influenced the prince to not. And very likely, the queen left to the untended graves, which probably had a back way to here. And though it looks like it should be a straight path, nope. That castle is all on its own, on a separate hill. And down here... Oh.
Many of us are by the fire, forsaken. I speak of thine kind and mine. Behold this city. We are kindred, but like two eyes which gaze upon the other. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
Oh? So you and I are the same, is what you're saying.
One was a wayfaring knight on an endless, forbidden search. Only the abyss granted closure, if not reunion with his beloved. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast
begin. Many of us are by the... I speak of the... Behold this, fear not, and let the... One was a wayfaring knight on an endless, forbidden search. Only the abyss granted closure, if not reunion with his beloved. Fear not, and let...
One was like a wayfaring knight. Well, you're nowhere near as friendly as the guy up there. Yep. Huh? A miracle? Wielding a lightning miracle? That's a bit odd. An assassin wielding lightning. That's a bit different than we've seen. Wow. You can hear whispers. And yeah, I do see you, buddy. I got any daggers on me? No, I got a black firebomb, though. That'll work. And another one. Goodbye. Purging stones. Meant to allow hollows to resist and stop the curse from affecting them. Well, the Ringed City. Of course, this doesn't open from this side. And here, we see a statue depicting once more depicting the primordial serpents, likely in their fuller magnitude. Seeing them in those long necks led to a very almost dragon-like body. So, would you consider it a place of honor or respect that they have so many statues of them? It's interesting to think about. What kind of place would consider the primordial serpents such a noteworthy being? Oh, ambushes. Stock dung pies, of course. Oh. Oh. There's something there that's just causing curse. He does by virtue of just presence. Let that sink in. The curse is so strong in him, just by proximity, he evokes it. And another one who does. But that one's running away, which should tell you this is an ambush. If you've made it this far, you should know to check every corpse. Be thorough. And if this doesn't speak ambush, I don't know what does. Yeah. And that's a lightning stake, not just a thrown bolt. If you feel insecure and you feel like your curse buildup is a little too short, feel free to throw on a curse bite ring. You've probably found one by this point. Adjusting your equipment is old. For what threats you may encounter is just basic sense in this game. There is no set of equipment that is perfect for every situation. And here, we'll find something. Ladies and gentlemen, incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're fighting. Remember that insect thing said your kind and mine. Well, there's no denying the similarities. And here, statues of people with great stone rocks they're supporting. Loops. Oop. Nope. Lots of ambushers. Titanite chunk. Yeah. And we see more and more of these human-shaped figures. And lots of these flowers. Oh. A priest with a rock on his back, much like the Pilgrims of Londor. And if we see here, he's able to heal himself. Stone humped, indeed. Well, we can keep looking. No, there's more of them. They crawl around on all fours. Not quite the humanity we're used to, but... And whatever this effect is they're trying on us, we're probably best off not allowing it to happen. Oop. And yeah, their miracle allows them to not only harm you, but heal. Yep. Ow. Twinkling Titanite, love to see it. Alright, so we've definitely taken this first floor, but we did see some stairs down. And it's interesting. We see statues of the Silver Knights, who would later become the Black Knights. And we just saw another knight. This one with a spear and a bigger shield. A dragon-faced shield. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Got the backstab. Yeah, these are some mobile warriors. very used to fighting the Ringed Knighthood. Hood of the Ringed Knights. These knights don abyss-tainted black cloth with layer upon layer hiding their eyes. This was nothing less than an attempt to reveal that which seals off the seal of fire had occluded, a subtle defiance of the gods' wishes. So the gods, and you must remember in this particular case, is a reference to, of course, Gwyn, father of the Age of Fire. And this place is a dedication to him and his. By the way, if you're looking for the guy casting at us, he's... You kind of gotta... Let's say, it's one of those cases where it doesn't... Don't remember exactly, because he's just like... Like, I think you have to drop down to reach him. Yeah, I think you have to drop down from above. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you come up here, drop down onto the chandelier, and then I believe you have to make a jump. To here. Yep. There we go. And it's mostly to get him out of your hair. But yeah. Statues of the Black and Silver Knights. Mostly the Silver Knights, the upward wings. So that would make sense since the Black Knights are only the decayed forms. So this place is relevant. Also, no, it's not an invisible wall. It's not one of those walls that disappears. It just looks like one. But yeah, so this place was built when the Silver Knights hadn't taken control. And more of the Hadal Knights. Which means the Hadal Knights got close. They got very close to finding the Dark Soul. I mean, this is the city of the Pygmy. It's hard to say come to any other conclusion. And yeah, the reason I'm being careful is because I know there's multiple of these knights out there, and it's real easy to get yourself overwhelmed, especially if you're fighting like 2 or 3 of them. So, but yeah. Alright, that one's going. And up here, nothing.
Speak thee the name of God, thine own God, if thou canst recall.
Gwyn.
Ah, then thou'st not forgotten. Perhaps 'tis why we may converse. I am known as Shira, servant to the Princess Filianor, matriarch of the Church. They who are ken to God's name are surely ken to the terrors of the dark. Please, I bid thee take not from the princess her peace or rest. As the fire waneth, does she lie by the dark, all for the sake of man. Thou'st a kind heart to speak to a captive. It is no surprise thou rememberest our God. May I ask thee a kindness? Perhaps thou'st beheld the lone dragon that inhabiteth this city. Medir is his name, and the arch-dragons are his forebears. He once railed against the dark, but was by dark afflicted. Now here, returned, he remaineth, to watch over the sleeping princess, true to the old accord. And yet, I would have thee put the dragon to rest, before the dark consumeth him, and his vows are forgot. I offer my sincerest gratitude, thou who art ken to God's name. Please, take this. I have asked a thing most terrible of thee. May this token of thanks be of aid.
So, we have confirmed that Filianor, the youngest daughter of Gwyn, still lives here in the church. And she has a servant who requests that we put down the dragon that lives here before he loses himself. A sacred chime blessed by Princess Filianor, matriarch of the church. Filianor's favor knows no boundaries, and this sacred chime expands the range of vicinity-affecting miracles that heal, cure, or provide other enhancements. HP heal very slowly for the duration of time, affects caster and those in vicinity. So yeah, again, note that a lot of this stuff is very much focused on supporting groups. The DLC basically helped support the idea of party play and having different roles. The poor Hadal Knights did reach nice. Yep. There we go. Alright. And that's one enemy done. Another comes up. That's where the other one was. I can hear him. I'm like, I know he's here. Okay, yeah. Come get me. No, because I know that... Alright. There we go. Come get me. There we go. There we go. Alright. There. Okay. Yep. There we go. These broken Hadal Knights. And you? Titanite Chunk. Now, it begs the question, with all the capable warriors we're seeing here, with all the capable and powerful abilities, why did Gwyn make peace with these people? What made them so valuable? And it's a good, legitimate question to have. I mean, excluding the Hadal Knights, we saw these knights that are doing that we fought earlier. Their flaming weapons clearly powerful. Yoink. And there's their leggings. Leggings worn by the Herald Legion. The leggings sank into the dark with the Legion. The leather partly melted, and the metal pieces showing signs of unsightly bloating. Yeah, they were taken over. By the way, yeah. Yep. So yeah, those two acting up while you have the Hadal Knight there marching back and forth might be a bit much. Alright, next ambush. Huh. Ow. Alright. Oh, two of them. Like, once again, I don't want to fight that many of these guys at the same time. One-on-one. Okay. Teaching you how to deal with them. Their bodies bloated to hold as much of the dark as possible. Their heads becoming a nexus of humanity. After all, we were told in Dark Souls 1 that humanity is held in the chest. But we also saw that the darkness of the giants could be held in the head. Alright. Moss fruit. Alright. Here we go. We've reached the bottom of the city. Alright. And there's their armor. The armor sank into the dark with the Legion, where their cavities bloated in grotesque displays, never again to fit any ordinarily shaped body. So those branches that grow everywhere, it's part of the darkness seeping out. And ladies and gentlemen, we recognize this darkness from when we dealt with Osiris. The consumed king's garden looked something like this. There's the bright city above, and down here, the darkness. And one of those giants that could summon those archers is here as well. And as you can see, the smaller bugs are running from us. But by this point you should know what that means. Another one who would come for us? No. Remember that what he said, let the feast begin.
I shall.
Naturally, in their minds, we are the meal. And here, you find yet another bonfire. And once again, does not open from this side. This whole place sinking into the marsh of darkness. These bug-like creatures are going to be eager for us. And this place served, as the concurrent statues would tell you, as a connection between Gwyn and the primordial serpents of the dark. The Ringed City is where light and dark met. And there is much still to discover on that fact. But I'm thinking I may have to call it here, just because the amount of time it's going to take to start getting into this next area. Yeah, for the next area I think we're going to need some more time. So, we've reached the Ringed City, the true final area of this game. And there are so many mysteries left to uncover.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take me.
And we will do just that.
Let these souls withdraw from their vessel.
There we go.
Manifestation. Farewell, Ashen, may the flame.
And I think we'll leave it there for now. So, I want to thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of Dark Souls 3. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you next time on this, or maybe something else. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.